Hello guys, my name is Victoria Pavlov and today I will show you how we can remove sunburn spot out of a person's skin. First of all, I will duplicate my layer just to show you before and after. I will zoom in my image and I will use patch tool to select a first spot on his skin I want to retouch. After I selected my part of his skin, I will move the selection to the left. Moving the selection to the left, I'm indicating this left as my source, so all his skin parts which is inside of my selection will be applied to my first selection, so like that. Now I will select part by part and I will retouch his skin very quick. I can come back later on and I will continue working on his image. So example, if I have not perfect a part after my patch tool, I will come back later on and I will continue restoring his skin. If you have a busy image, and right now I have very busy image because as any human skin, he has a very rich texture, so I cannot remove I cannot select big part of his skin in one time and apply and exchange this part to clear skin, because again human skin has all texture and it's impossible to replace a big part of his skin in one time. So continue selecting part by part, pixel by pixel if you need it, and continue repairing his skin. Just like that. And as you can see, when I'm close to image border, I cannot move my selection, example, to the left, because also to the left or to the right or somewhere else. I prefer to move my selection up or down, above or below my original selection, just because in that case I preserve borders, edge of my image. So like that. Same here, border of my image. I'm moving my selection to the right, like that. And here, just like that. Beautiful. Guys, do not forget to use sunscreen when you are outside, because those sunburns are bad for your health. So like that. And here, you don't need to use your source next to a selected part. You can use source as a source any part of your image, just like that. And now we are getting very close to tricky part of our image. Let me just finish replacing sunburns very quick. And I'm using a patch tool. I'm using Adobe Photoshop CC and Wacom Stylist. And Wacom, I will recommend you to use Wacom, any Wacom you can afford, because any Wacom, any size of Wacom will be much better than your computer mouse. Just like that. And now I will switch to a spot healing brush tool. And I will paint out those parts of his sunburn which are very close to his shoulder border, between a border between his shoulder line and background. As you can see, spot healing brush tool, very great tool. Not underestimate this tool. Just like that. So for now, so far we used only two tools. We used spot healing brush tool and patch tool. Just like that. Feel free to zoom in and out your image. It depends on your preferences. And again, this is Photoshop. You always can delete your layer if you need it and start all over. So don't be scared of making any mistakes. Let me show you before and after so far. This is before and this is after. We have still a very ugly sunburn marks in here. Let me zoom in and we will continue repairing our image. I'm switching to patch tool, selecting this part, and I will move it. Switching to spot healing brush tool. Just like that. Work on small parts of your image. Do not try to make your healing brush tool bigger, because making your healing brush tool bigger, you will destroy skin texture. We don't need it. Take your time, working pixel by pixel if you need it. This is before, this is after. As you can see, we preserved his shoulder line. Just like that. Pixel by pixel, guys. If you don't want to spend time repairing your image, just don't start working on your project before, because you cannot restore your image without spending any time. It's just impossible. As you can see, I'm not using any plugin. I prefer to do all manually. So I have full control over my entire workflow, and I love it. I'm switching to patch tool, and I will restore skin texture in here. Now I will duplicate my layer just in case, and I'm switching to clone stamp tool. Opacity 100%, and I will restore this part of his shoulder just like that. Step backward, switching to patch tool, and I will restore a background part of his background just like that. And again, switching to clone stamp tool and continue repairing his shoulder line. Just think about clone stamp tool as a painting tool. Let me zoom out and see what else I can do differently. I can repair more this part of his shoulder, just using same clone stamp with small brush, small size of my clone stamp tool. I will paint. So I'm restoring a line of his shoulder right now. You will be more comfortable with clone stamp tool if you will think about clone stamp tool as a painting tool. Come back, step backward, like that. Let me see. Much better. Let me show you before and after. This is before and this is after, and I liked what I did just because I preserved all his texture. It's very important. I would like to remove this part just like that. And I'm switching again to my spot healing brush tool and just paint out some spot out of his skin to make it more looking smooth and healthier. Let me delete this layer, and this is our image before, this is after. Definitely our skin looks more healthy, natural looking skin. Maybe let me just fix this part just like that, and switch back to spot healing brush tool, just paint out just like that. And guys, let me show you before and after. This is before and this is after. Definitely we had extreme image, we had a lot of sunburn spots, but we removed it in no time. We used only 3 tools in Photoshop. We used I will show you. We used spot healing brush tool, we used patch tool, and we used clone stamp tool. So this is beauty of Photoshop. We exchange a person's skin, and we preserved all texture. This person has right now very nice skin, clear skin, healthier skin, and we retouch his skin in Adobe Photoshop CC, and I used a vacuum tablet and only 3 tools. This is the beauty of Photoshop. We don't need to do anything we don't need to use a lot of tools. We don't need to apply a lot of steps if we don't want to. So if we have image and we can restore this image using minimum tools, feel free to do it. Thank you guys, and I will see you later. Bye.